Hello, hello. Which night is this? I think this is episode 9. We will see. I've decided that on Saturday, which is 2 days from now, so I will do maybe every 10 episodes or so. I'm going to do a bonus editing episode, right? Where instead of so I'll do my 500 words for the day, and then I'll record a second episode where I kind of tackle everything I've written so far and see like, okay, like what can I do with this? What can I accomplish with this? Let me quickly, it's a little laggy because life is hard. Let me put on my word count. So it's 5426. I say aim for 6K, you know, seems reasonable enough. I like round numbers. Right. So I want to pick up in this third, I guess in the third chapter so far, we have a lot of the italic text, which is very much the in the scene kind of writing. And I do think that at some point I might go around and go back and switch around these formats, but I don't want to lose the back and forth that we have. So I want to start this third chapter in the plain text voice. And the plain text voice is a little more removed. Instead of saying what's happening, it doesn't say, here's what's happening. It talks about what's happening, right? I find like it's good, at least in my like opinion, it can be good to start chapters with sort of like sentences that can go in a lot of different directions and kind of narrowed down, right? They come back in. We're gonna get a little voicey, right? Like imagine this, you're being chased, you're in a car being chased. What's just happened? It's like let's get some sensory details in there about what the scene must have been like. Screeching brakes, raging, horns, spinning. I don't know why I'm being so mean to the 2015 Nissan Rogue. It's actually a lovely car. It served me very well, but I'm enjoying. I don't know. I'm gonna call her a woman. I don't like the word girl. Like I've had a lot of people. I've been talking about this lately with a lot of people. How like the word girl, we use it for adults when we like. I don't know. It's weird. It's very natural to do. Like it would be very natural to call her a girl, but I imagine her being like 26, 27, like, in that age range. So it's like she's a woman. Like just we should just call her a woman. That's what she is. Is that a comma? Do you stop too? I don't think that's a comma. All right, so now we're gonna hop back in. We've done like a setup. I've done this like very like voicey for the plain text, very voicey thing of like put yourself in the situation. What do you do? And then instead of saying what I do, like I'm gonna pause for a second and like talk about like technique. Um, because I want to talk more about I know I just like sometimes sit here and write. I want to talk about technique because like what's the point if you just like watch me do it? Essentially, if I just write it, you're just reading a book but very slowly. You're not getting the juice. So here's some of the juice. What I'm about to do, instead of saying something that happens, I write about a reaction to something that happens, right? Um, and it would be very easy to be like, I don't stop or through. I keep going until like I could just say what is happening, but what I'm going to do instead is have a character react to what is happening and make the sequence of sentences, like of moments, make it actually about the character reacting, or in this case, not reacting. So like Anya doesn't say anything about the fact that I'm not hitting the brakes myself, rolling to a stop. Of course I'm not. She keeps her eyes out the rear window, watching the intersection. It's smaller. I say watching the angry intersection. I like that. I want to personify it a little. It's smaller and smaller behind us. Anything. The light is going to turn green. We're not going to be any nearer to here than we when that happens. As soon as I can, I take a turn and then another and then another. Deeper and deeper again into the back roads. So let's again hop back into the plain text voice, right? Say, do you stop to? You can't go forever. Is it which is it? I'm gonna put the Eon grill because I'm a fancy boy. I don't know if that's correct. That may not be correct. Right. So I'm doing a little bit of cadence work. So I'm doing like maybe you go long while, maybe go for a good long while for the I'm doubling, doubling. Now we're gonna triple, but we're gonna break the pattern. And we're gonna break the pattern with a reminder of the situation. Maybe you go until that nail in your left is really losing its patience. So the car is starting to feel like a tricycle. I pause for a moment. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remind us, I want to remind us that this is like an Uber drive. I want to reestablish that context again quickly. And the way I'm going to do that is I've already switched, I'm going to say launched my phone from the rideshare app to regular maps. Yeah, I want to show up like that. Oh, so those, what I'm doing, I'm quickly putting together like things about how he was actually thinking of highway like stuff. Because those do are like pretty good. Um, so he's gonna just pull into the gas station right out, and he goes, "Fuck it, we're done." Pardon the French, everyone. I do cuss. Uh, I mean, you've seen me write swears. It's probably fine. And I'm doing kind of like a cheek, like self-referential stuff. I think self-reference is like separate, kind of like the Deadpool style self-reference. Um, that's like a little bit fourth wall break, maybe too much for this kind of writing. It was the middle ground. I think with somebody like makes fun of themselves. And then there's like these like constant callback and like mutation. Like I view writing, not in all cases, but like certainly in cases like this, I view writing like a process of continuous mutation from the start of an idea to the next idea to the next idea to the next. Like one continuous. Then the slightly other. Part before the horse. Right. So I think where did I start with this? I wanna like have a lingual callback. That is writing for the night. As you can see, my green stripes are very helpful. So I'm going to do 500 more words tomorrow. And then the day after, I'll do 500 more. So we'll be up to around 7,000. But what I'll do is I'll record a much longer episode after that because we're gonna have a chunky boy at that point. We'll sit down, we'll really go through what we've produced and see how we feel about it. See if, how can I begin to move around what I've already done to bring out a little more personality in it. And that'll help us moving forward as well. Uh, so I eagerly look forward to that, and I hope you do as well. Thank you so